Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss about statistics, meaning and its definition. See, before knowing the definition, first we need to understand the meaning of statistics. Statistics takes data and uses scientific techniques and it converts into useful information or knowledge to make decision. Okay, so it means statistics, this is the field. Okay, statistics is the field that converts data into knowledge to make decision. Correct? Data into knowledge to make decision. So one example I will give here. In that example you will understand what is the meaning of statistics, what exactly we are going to do in statistics. See, if students wants to take admission in college, okay, if students wants to take admission in any college, so before taking the admission, what they will do? First they will take the information. Correct? First they will take what? Information about college. Okay, about college means how is the college, about last year admission, about teaching, about result. Okay, they will collect all these information. Once they collect all this information is nothing but what here? Data. So this information is nothing but what here? Data. So after collecting this all information about college, they make what here? Some decision. Correct? They make what here? Some decision to take admission in one particular college. So this is nothing but what here? Statistics. Correct? So before taking the admission in college, what they will do? They will get the information about the college, how college is, how the faculty members are in that particular college. Okay, what is the result of previous result of that particular college? Every details they will collect. After collecting these details, then they will make what here? To make what? Decision to take the admission in that particular college. So this all are nothing but what here? The statistics. So this is the meaning of what? Statistics. Definition. Statistics is the process of identifying, collecting, organizing, analysis, interpretation and presentation of data. One example I will consider. In that example you will understand what exactly we are going to do in statistic. Suppose in college, in first year class, if somebody asks the average height of the students, average height of first year students, so that time what we will do? First we are going to do this process, identifying, means which data we need, that we are going to identify. So which data we need here? Average height of first year students. Average height of what? First year students. So that is nothing but what here? Identifying. First we will identify which type of data we need. Once we get this identification, next step is what? We are going to collect that. We are going to collect all students' height. We are going to collect what? All students' height. Once we collect this all students' height, next process is what? We are going to organize. Organize means we are going to arrange systematically, or we are going to arrange in order all students' height. Once we arrange this all students' height in order, next what we are going to do? We are going to analyze. Analyze means we are going to do the work on that particular data. Which data? Average height of the students we are going to work. So we are going to calculate all students' height. We are going to add all students' height divided by number of students we are going to do, means we are going to work on that particular data. After working on that particular data, next step is what here? Interpretation. Interpretation is nothing but what? The result. So interpretation is nothing but what here, the result after working on the data, average height we are going to get here in interpretation step. Once we get this result, next step is what, to whom we are going to give that data, to that particular person we are going to give the presentation, to that particular person we are going to give that presentation. So that is nothing but what here, presentation of data. So this entire process is nothing but what here, statistics. Next, data. Data is a collection of information gathered by observation, measurements, research or analysis. So an example I will consider. In that example you will understand what is mean by this data. Okay, so I am going to consider one table. So this table is giving the information about SSLC students result. Okay, this table is giving the information of what, SSLC students result. Using this table we are going to define basic terms. So using this table we are going to define some basic terms. So in that first comes what here, elements. So there are three basic terms are there. So in that first comes what here, elements. See, the definition of element is the subject or object about which the information is collected is called as an element. Okay, element means what, this is the subject or object about which the information is collected is called as an what, element. So in this example, so this is student 1, student 2, student 3 and student 4. So these all are nothing but what here, elements. In this example, this is student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. These all are nothing but what here, elements, because we are collecting percentage of each student. So what we are collecting here in this table, we are collecting the percentage of what, each students we are collecting. So this each student is nothing but what here, elements. So this each student is nothing but what here, elements. Therefore, so element means what, this is the subject or the object about which the information is collected is called as an what, element. So afterwards, next comes what here, variable. So next comes what, variable. See, variable means a characteristic under study that assumes different values for different elements is called variable. So variable means what, a characteristic under study that assumes different values for different elements is called what, variable. So again in this example, this SSLC percentage, okay, this SSLC percentage is nothing but what here, variable. This SSLC percentage is nothing but what here, variable, because see what we are doing here, actually we are collecting the students information related to SSLC result, correct? We are collecting the information, which information, student information related to SSLC result. So this SSLC student result is nothing but variable. So this SSLC student result is nothing but what here, variable, because it is going to change. See here it is changing, correct? First student got 60%, second student got 78%, third student got 43% and fourth student got what here, 91%. So you know variable means the value is going to change. So this SSLC percentage is nothing but what here, variable. Therefore the variable definition is what, a characteristic under study that assumes different values for different elements. Okay, here different values are there for different elements, so it is called what here, variable. So it is called what here, variable. So next, third basic term is what, observation. See, observation means the value of a variable for an element is called what? Observation. The value of variable for an element is called observation. So in this example, this 60%, 78%, 43%, 91%. So this is nothing but what here? Observation. This is nothing but what here? Observation. See, for each element, so for each element there is some value, correct? For each element there is some value. So in this example, each student having the percentage. In this example, each student is having what here? Percentage. That percentage value is nothing but what here? Observation. That percentage value is nothing but what here? Observation. That's why observation is nothing but what? The value of a variable for an element is called as observation. Therefore this complete set of information, so this complete set of information is called what here? Data set. This is, therefore data means it is the collection of information gathered by observation. See, observation is nothing but the process of closely observing or monitoring something. Okay, observation is nothing but the process of what? Closely observing the things or monitoring the things. Next, measurement is nothing but what? Action of measuring. For example, size you are going to measure, length you are going to measure, or amount of something you are going to measure. So that is nothing but what? Measurement. Research. Research is nothing but the study of the source or a study of what? Materials. So that is nothing but what? The research. And analysis means detailed examination of what? Elements. So detailed examination of what? Elements. Therefore, so data is nothing but what? It is the collection of information gathered by observations, measurements, research or analysis. Now you got the definition of what? Data. So next part is what that data actually consists. See, data consists of facts. Okay, facts is nothing but what? Something actually exists or a truth. Okay, fact is nothing but the truth. Again, it consists the numbers. It consists the figures. Figures means diagrams and description of what? Things. So these are the things that data what? Consists. Next, this data is organized in the form of, see, organization means what? The arrangement. So this data can be arranged in the form of what? Graphs. You can arrange it in terms of what? Graphs. In terms of what? Charts you can arrange, or in terms of what here? Tables you can arrange, etc. Therefore, data is organized in the form of what? Graphs, charts, tables, etc. So next comes data collection. So you know data means what? Data is nothing but the information. Data is nothing but what? Information. Data collection is what? The process of collecting the data. Whatever the process will be there now to collect that data, so that is what we call it as what here? Data collection. Next, classification of data. Data is divided into two categories. One is primary data, second one secondary data. In that first one, primary data. Primary data is a type of information that is obtained directly from the first-hand source through experiments, surveys or observations. Here one example I will take. In that example you will understand what is the meaning of primary data. See, in college we take the feedback form. End term feedback form, mid term feedback form we are going to take. So after taking the feedback form, we are going to collect those feedback forms. After taking feedback form, what we will do, we will collect that feedback form. So that is nothing but what here, the first hand source. So that is nothing but what, the first hand source. This is what we call it as what here, primary data. So this first hand source is nothing but what here, primary data. This data may be by doing experiments we are going to collect, by doing survey we are going to collect, or by doing observations we are going to collect. Then such type of data is nothing but what here, primary data. Again, primary data is classified into two types. One is qualitative data, second one quantitative data. In that first one, qualitative data, if the data is classified on the basis of the qualitative characteristics, then it is called what, qualitative data. See here, qualitative data, the name itself indicate the quality. Okay, name itself indicate what here, quality. If we collect a quality of the person or a quality of things, such type of data is going to call it as what here, qualitative data. Here it does not involve any mathematical calculation. Here you cannot do any mathematical what, calculation. Only you can collect the features or characteristics about the person or things. Next, data collection tools of qualitative data are, first one, questionnaires, second, survey, third, interview, fourth, group discussion, etc. See, these are some tools you are going to use to collect which type of data, qualitative data. First one, questionnaires. In this method, the set of questions are mailed to the respondent. They should read, reply, and subsequently return the questionnaires. Okay, so in this questionnaires means set of questions we will send it to others. Okay, set of questions we are going to send it to others. After that, what they will do, they will read those questions. After reading, they will answer that given questions. After answering, what they will do, they will return it back. So that is nothing but what here, the questionnaires. For example, for students, what we will do, we will prepare the question paper. After preparing the question paper, we are going to give the question paper to students. Once students will receive the question paper, next step is what? They will read those questions. After reading the questions, what they will do? They will write the answers. Okay, after writing the answers, they will return it back. Okay, they will return those answer sheet. In some examination, what will happen? In that given booklet itself, they are going to mention the questions. After that, for answer, they are going to leave some space. That time what to do? You have to read those questions. There itself you have to note down the answers. Afterwards you have to return it back. So this is nothing but what here? Questionnaires. Means this is the method of what? Questionnaires. So next, survey. A survey is a process of data gathering involving a variety of data collection methods, including a questionnaire. See, in survey, what we will do? We will give a set of questions. Sometimes we will give the set of questions to them. Next, after reading those questions, they will give all the information regarding those questions. They will give in written form. Okay, they will give in the written form. Sometimes what will happen? We will ask the questions. They will give all the information regarding those questions in orally. In orally, they will give all the answers. Okay, regarding those questions. After giving the information, we will note down all the information regarding our questions. Next process is what? After collecting all those information, we will do the analyze. So that is nothing but what here? The survey. Next, here in this survey, questionnaires are the list of questions, either an open-ended or close-ended. See, while doing the survey, we can set the question either in open-ended form or else close-ended form. Next, in that first one, open-ended questions. In open-ended questions, respondent answers in his own words. For example, so in examination, what we will do? In examination, we will set some questions. After setting the questions, we are going to give the question papers to students. So next, what students will do? They will read the questions, then they will answer for all the questions. Sometimes some students answers the questions in short way. Sometimes the students give the answers in detail. Correct? So remember, these all are nothing but open-ended questions. Here there is no limitations. Here there is no limitations. Because sometimes students give the answer in short way, sometimes students give the answer in detailed form. Correct? Therefore, such type of question is going to call it as what here? Open-ended questions. Next, close-ended questions. In close-ended questions, respondent selects one or more options from predefined set of responses for which the respondent give answers. For example, in examination, instead of preparing the questions, if we prepare multiple choice questions, correct? In multiple choice question, what will be there? In multiple choice questions, there will be the 4 options. Student have to choose any one options from that list only. Leaving those answers, he cannot choose other answers. Correct? So that is nothing but what here? Close-ended questions. Sometimes in close-ended questions, students give the answers either in yes or no form only. Either he has to say yes or he has to say what? No. Leaving these 2 answers, other answers he cannot give. So that is nothing but what here? Close-ended questions. Next, interview. The interview is the method of collecting data from a person through oral responses to oral inquiries. Okay, so here what will happen? Here interviewer will ask the questions to the person and collect all the information. So that is nothing but what here? Interview. Next, in primary data, the second type is what? Quantitative data. Quantitative data is the type of data whose value is measured in the form of numbers with a unique numerical value associated with each data set. So in this quantitative data, what we will do? We will measure the numerical values. We are going to measure what here? Numerical values. Here in this quantitative data, mathematical calculation will be there. Here we will do what? Mathematical calculations. Close-ended questions will be there. Here we will calculate mean, mode, median calculations, etc. So this is nothing but what here? Quantitative data. Next, this quantitative data classified into 2 types. First one, discrete data, and second one, continuous data. See, in that first one, discrete data. See, discrete data can take a discrete value only. See, discrete data means exact value. So discrete data means what here? Exact value. For example, if you measure the height of a person or a weight of a person, so that time what will happen? We will get the exact values, correct? So that such type of data is going to call it as what here? Discrete data. Second one, continuous data. Continuous data can be calculated. It does not have exact values. Discrete data have the exact values. Continuous data does not have exact values. For example, if I consider today's temperature, okay, if I consider today's temperature, what will happen? From morning to till evening, temperature range is going to change, correct? Temperature range is going to change. So such type of data is nothing but what here? Continuous data. So till now we discussed about primary data. Next one, secondary data. Secondary data is the data which has been already collected and analyzed by someone other than the actual user. Means in secondary data, this secondary data is the data which has been already collected and that should be analyzed by someone other than the user, actual user. For example, Google already collected so many data. You know, Google has already collected what? So many data. What we are going to do? We are using those data to analyze, correct? We are using those data to analyze. So in secondary data, information already available. In secondary data, what will happen? Information is already available, but we need to analyze. Next, this secondary data classified into two types. One is published data and second one is what? Unpublished data. See, for example, in Google, whatever the data we get, okay, in Google, whatever the data we get, all are which type of data? Published data. Okay, all are which type of data here? Published data. And if we not get data from Google, if we not get the data from Google, then it is called what? Unpublished data. Then it is called what here? Unpublished data. So data is mainly classified into two types. One is primary data and second one is secondary data. This primary data, again, it is classified into two types. One is qualitative data and second one is quantitative data. Again, this quantitative data is classified into two types. One is discrete data and second one is what? Continuous data. Similarly, this secondary data is classified into two types. One is published data and second one is what? Unpublished data.